Hello and welcome to the kitchen table this Wednesday afternoon. It's really good to be here and to join with you again. I'm Alison Southern from the Melksham Team Ministry. It's been quite a full-on week this week, I think, in terms of what's happening in the media again. And I just wanted to have a conversation with you about, well, first of all, how are you doing? We are still getting there step by step. Have you had your jab yet? Are you on a list? We're getting towards the place where things will slowly start to unfurl and we will cautiously step forward. But how are you doing? You might actually be feeling really optimistic and positive that this is what's happening. Or you might be feeling a bit blah, a bit like I haven't got any energy. Actually, today was one of those days where I seriously thought about having a duvet day. Just tucking my head underneath and ignoring the world. Of course, when we do that, the world is still there when we stick our heads back out of our duvets. This week has seen a celebration of the Commonwealth Day, a time where the Queen has recognition, if you like, for the relationship that she has with people all across the world within the Commonwealth. It's also a time where we've seen that interview watched by some 12 million people between Harry and Meghan and Oprah. Now, whatever your flavour of politics or royalist or not, for me, I think that interview was a signifier of how so many of our families are broken. Whether we are rich and powerful and have the media to be able to express what we're feeling, or whether we are living within our families, separated perhaps at the moment, unable to have those conversations that are deeply, deeply necessary. And it made me think about how we are loving one another, how we are listening to one another, and how we are respecting each other in these difficult days and beyond those. There are so many families with such different complex strands that run through them, whether it's around race or religion, whether it's about class, whatever the supposed divisions are. Families all over the world have to maneuver their way through those and find a way to actually love one another. Jesus actually tells us that to love God with all our hearts, with all our souls, with all our minds, everything we have, is our first commandment that we must listen to. But then he tells us we're to love our neighbours as ourselves. And of course that's quite difficult, especially if you don't love yourself very much. How do you recognise the way that you are with other people? How do they respond to your love or your judgment? It's difficult, isn't it? I think the nation is very much divided when it comes to the reaction to Harry and Meghan and the Queen's reaction to their difficult situation, which was really measured and thought carefully through. No rush, no adding fuel to the fire, but just thinking about what's important, that actually these people will always be valued members of my family. And when all is said and done, whether you are royalty or whether you are not, it's family and how you are with one another, your relationships with people that make the difference in our world. Jesus went off out in the wilderness, and we're going through Lent at the moment thinking about that time. As he did that, he was challenged by the devil. He was offered other things to entice him away from following the right path. And it's really easy to look at a situation, whether it's with a family member or friends or whatever it is, if something is going wrong, it's just so much easier to take an easy route out. When Jesus was being offered temptations, he didn't take an easy route out. He decided to stay the course, to hold fast to the God that he knows, and to use scripture to help him through it. When we have difficulty with one another in our families, and there are so many families struggling at the moment, but when we have those difficulties, I think it really helps to remember why we love, who we love, and how we love. It's easy to say, I love you. It's not so easy to live, I love you. But when we begin to think about the words that we use, the way we show and care, then we start to really think about how we can mend brokenness. Remember that we are called to love one another. But I think more importantly than being called to love one another in a wide neighbour, stranger world way, we're also told that we need to love ourselves. So if you're struggling, if you're having a bad day, if you are finding it difficult to forgive or to heal, then begin inside by forgiving yourself, by looking at how you are living your life, and then you can help others to move forward too. Love is the thing that will heal and transform our world. It starts at your kitchen table. It starts in all of your relationships. But remember that when we love with someone, when we care with someone, then they know and they feel, and our world is made better. So no grand TV productions, but just a coffee, even a Zoom meeting, a telephone call. Say why you're hurt. Say what your fears are. Share your sorrows. And through love, all things are possible. Take care, and I'll see you again on Sunday. We've got a Mothering Sunday service in the morning, and then Messy Church Zoom with Bishop Andrew in the afternoon, making ginger biscuits. But I'll see you then. And until then, take care. Love yourself and love each other. Bye-bye.